You are emptiness, nothingness. That is your true essence. That is what God sees when he looks at you. However, this empty consciousness that is you is so much more than what you see yourself as. When most people perceive themselves, all they can see is the ego. The ego is the voice that says, I think, I know, I feel, presenting itself as the real you to the world. It's intricately woven with threads of material possessions, status and societal expectations. It's the mask that smiles, frowns and expresses emotions as per the societal script. Yet this ego, this illusion of self, often becomes a barrier. It creates a sense of separateness, of individuality, hindering us from understanding our true selves, from reaching our full potential in the eyes of God. It makes us believe that we are nothing more than our thoughts, our feelings, our possessions. But what if the ego is not who we truly are? What if there's something beyond? Could it be that beneath the layers of ego lies our true self, as seen through the eyes of God? Let's ponder on this thought. As we strip away the veneer of worldly identities and possessions that we've accumulated over time, we come to realize that our true self is not the ego that clamors for attention, but the divine essence within us. This divine essence, this true self, often appears as nothing more than empty consciousness, a seeming void. But don't be mistaken, this is not a void of absence, but a void of detachment. It is unattached to the worldly identities and possessions that we often mistake as our real selves. In the eyes of God, our true self is this pure essence. It is not defined by the material world, nor is it restricted by the limitations of the ego. It is this detachment that makes our true self seem unreal, an enigma. Our true self thus seems unreal because it is not bound by worldly identities or possessions. So we are caught in a constant struggle between our ego and our true self. But why does it matter? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? You see, our ego, with its ceaseless hunger for control and recognition, can often overshadow the peace and contentment of our true self. It's like a cloud obscuring the sun, casting shadows where there should be light. This ego, this constructed personality, is not our true essence, but a facade we've built for the world. Our true self, on the other hand, is the serene essence beneath the surface. It's the quiet voice that whispers wisdom when we take the time to listen. It's the part of us that is connected with the divine, the part that resonates with the universe and its infinite possibilities. But the ego, cunning and persuasive, often drowns out this voice. It convinces us that we are separate, alone, and in constant competition with the world. This illusion of separation is the root of our struggle. It's the barrier that prevents us from connecting with God and the divinity within us. As we navigate this struggle, we must remember that the ego is not our enemy. It's simply a part of us that needs understanding and compassion. By acknowledging its existence and its role, we can start to see beyond it, to the true self that lies beneath. And in this struggle, it seems that what we are not appears to be so real, while what we truly are appears to be unreal. How then can we shed the layers of ego and embrace our true self, one might wonder? The journey begins with mindfulness, a practice that nurtures an awareness of the present moment without judgment or distraction. It is in this space of stillness where we can observe the ego, not as an enemy, but as a mere illusion, a shadow of our true selves. Next, we must learn to detach from material possessions and societal expectations. These are the chains that bind us, the walls that confine us. They are the manifestations of our ego, an artificial self-image constructed and maintained by external validation. But detachment does not imply renunciation. Rather, it is the realization that our worth is not defined by what we have, but by who we are. It is the understanding that we are not the roles we play, the titles we hold, or the accolades we receive. We are more, much more. In this journey towards the true self, fostering a deeper connection with God is paramount. God, the divine essence that resides within each of us, is our guiding light, our beacon of truth. It is through this divine connection that we can begin to perceive the reality of our true self, an entity that is timeless, limitless, and boundlessly loving. For in embracing our true self, we not only discover our divine essence, but also the profound connection we share with God and all of creation. Thank you so much for watching this video on the tube. Please subscribe and like the video.